Hello students, today we will take introduction part and also question number 1 to question number 2 of exercise 11.3. The introduction part which I am going to explain today will be helpful for solving exercise 11.3 and also it will be helpful for future classes also for 9th standard and 10th standard also. So its name is surface area of cube, cuboid and cylinder. First of all, what is surface area of cube? Surface area means all the surface 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 surfaces are there for cuboid. Likewise, cube also is having 6 surface. This is cube. Cuboid is having 6 surfaces. Cylinder is some different thing which we will talk later. In short, we are going to study the total surface area of these 3 figures and also the lateral surface area of these figures. So let us start. First we will take cube. As I told, cube is having 6 surfaces. One is at the top, one is at the bottom. 2 are at the sideways. One is at the front and one is at the backward. So total 6 areas are there, and all that areas for cube are area of square. That means all the 6 areas, that 6 surfaces is having square shape, and you know what is the formula for square. So total surface area will become 6 into area of square. And what is area of square? It is nothing but side into side. Now if the side is a unit, then formula will become 6 into a square. Side into side means a into a. Let us move further. Next is lateral surface area. Lateral surface area, students, means the 4 walls except the top surface and the bottom surface. Now if I remove the top surface and the bottom surface, I will left with the 4 walls. So its formula will be 4 into area of square, because all the 4 walls, 1, 2, backward and this side one, all are square. So area of square, 4 into area of square is nothing but 4 into side. Here, since the sides are same, that is a, therefore its formula will become 4 into a square. Hope you have understood. Moving to cuboid. Students, cuboids are made up of 6 different rectangles. It is also having the 6 surfaces like cube, but all the surfaces are of rectangles and each rectangles are of different length and breadth. So what I will do, for finding total surface area, I have to find area of 6 rectangles. Let us see where are those 6 rectangles. One is at the bottom, you can see rectangle. One is at the top. 2 are at the sideways. One is at the front, this one, and like it is in front, one is also at the backward. So 6 rectangles, different rectangles, and all the 6 we are going to find the area of that all 6 rectangles. So I had written area of rectangle 1, rectangle 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now let us see how we can find area of rectangle 1, that is of bottom. You know area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. This is length into breadth. Its area is length into breadth. Same way, area of the top will also be length into breadth. So I added them. Now area of third and fourth will be same. And what are they? Which rectangle I am taking? This one. 1 and the next one 2. Now area of rectangle, you know, length into breadth. What is the length of this rectangle? It is B. So I had written B. What is the breadth of this rectangle? It is H. So I had written B into H. Same way, this rectangle will also have B into H. Now moving to the fifth rectangle and sixth rectangle. That is the front one, this one, this rectangle. And what is it? It is also rectangle. So formula will be length into breadth. Now what is length? Length is L. So I have written L. And what is breadth? Breadth is H. So L into H. Plus same way on the back side, this rectangle. So L into H. So if I add them, I will get 2 times LB, 2 times BH and 2 times HL. If I remove or take the 2 commons from all the 3, I will get 2 into bracket LB plus BH plus HL. So total surface area will become 2 into bracket LB plus BH plus HL. What you are supposed to remember as a formula is this. And what I have explained, it is the derivation, how it came. This is also the formula for lateral surface area of cube. Total surface area of cube is this. Now coming to lateral surface area of cuboid. We have taken lateral surface area of cube, right? So for cuboid also. Again, if I take cuboid, lateral surface area means 4 walls. Again, this one, same way it is at the back side and the 2 sideways. What we will not have, that is at the bottom and the top. And what is the area of bottom rectangle and top rectangle? It is L into B plus L into B. So we will remove this portion for lateral surface area. So we will left with 2 times breadth into height plus 2 times height into length. If I take 2 common from both the sides, I will be left, and H, common. So we will have 2 into H into bracket L plus B. This is the lateral surface area of cuboid. Now moving to cylinder. To explain cylinder, I will take you to the textbook. If you see cylinder, here it is the cylinder, which is having how many parts? First is the curved surface area. Second is the one circle at the top. You can see one circle, 2 circle and the curved surface area. If I cut this surface area and open them, I will be left with rectangle. This, if I open, it will be rectangle and 2 circle areas. So if I open, you can see, if I open this part is nothing but circumference of the circle. And what is circumference of the circle? 2 pi r. So I have written, instead of L, I had written 2 pi r. And what is the breadth? Breadth is nothing but the height of the cylinder, which will become our breadth of this rectangle, that is H. So what will be the total surface area of cylinder? Total surface area of the cylinder will be this area, that is in the form of rectangle when I open, plus 2 times area of circle. You know area of circle is pi r square. So total surface area will become pi r square plus area of rectangle plus pi r square. Now the question is, why I have written area of rectangle 2 pi r h instead of L into B? So let us see. If I calculate area of this rectangle, I will be having length into breadth. What is the length of this area? It is nothing but 2 pi r, because it was in the form of circle, that is circumference. And what is breadth? H. So length into breadth will give me 2 pi r h. Now if I add them, these two, I will get 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h, this one. If you take common 2 pi r, if I take common, I will be left with 1 r over here in the bracket plus 1 h. So total surface area of cylinder will be 2 pi r into bracket r plus h. Hope you have understood this question, students. If they are telling you that the cylinder is open at the top, so what you will do? You will remove 1 pi r square. So the formula will remain this, pi r square plus 2 pi r h. This is all for introduction part. Now let us move to the question number 1. Question number 1 says, there are two cuboidal boxes as shown in the adjoining figure. Figure is given to you in the textbook. Let me show you. There are two cuboidal boxes in the adjoining figures. Which box requires lesser amount of material to make? Now the model is given to you, but now we have to find how much material to form this box and how much material will require to form this box, that we are supposed to calculate. And what is the material made up of? It is the cuboidal box. So we will use formula for cuboid. Even this also we will use for formula for cuboid. Why? Because they had told that it is cuboidal box. So let us start. For first cuboidal box, the length was 60 centimeter, breadth is 40 centimeter and height is 50 centimeter. And you know the area to find material is nothing but total surface area of cuboid, and its formula is 2 into bracket LB plus BH plus HL. If I place it in this formula, I will get 2 into LB. LB is 60 into 40 will give me, let me write down like this only, 60 into 40 plus BH is 40 into 50 plus HL, H is 50 and L is 60. If I calculate further, I will get 6 4s are 2400 plus 5 4s are 20, that is 2000 plus 5 6 are 30, that is 3000. Now when I add them, I will get 2 into bracket 7400. When multiplying it by 2, I will get 14,800 centimeter square. So this is the total surface area of cuboid, that is that it is given in the figure 1. Now taking second cuboidal box, in which L is 50, breadth is 50 and height is 50. What is formula? 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. L is 50 into 50 plus BH, B is 50, height is 50 plus height is 50 into length is 50. So when we calculate, 5 5s is 25 and 2 zeros, Same way 2500 plus 2500. So it will give me 2 into 7500, which is nothing but, when I multiply this, I will get 15,000 centimeter square. They asked us which box requires lesser amount of material. Definitely whose area is less will require lesser amount of material. So we will write, therefore cuboidal in figure A will require the lesser amount of material. What we will write? Total surface area of first cuboidal box is less than second cuboidal box. Therefore cuboidal box, first cuboidal box will require the lesser amount of material. The one which is less will require less material. Simple. So that was question number 1. Now let us move to question number 2. Question number 2 says, a suitcase with measures 80 centimeter into 48 centimeter into 24 centimeter is to be covered with a tarpaulin cloth. There is one suitcase and its measurement is given in length into breadth into height. So definitely the suitcase will be like cuboidal box, whose length is 80, breadth is 48 and height is 24 centimeter. Now this suitcase is to be covered with the tarpaulin. Tarpaulin is a long rectangular shaped waterproofed plastic material which we use to cover the suitcase, that is tarpaulin. So they are asking us, they are telling us that tarpaulin is used to cover this suitcase. Now the question further says, how many meters of tarpaulin of width 96 centimeter is required to cover 100 such suitcase? Now they are asking us that how many meters of tarpaulin will require, that is length. How many meter means length of the tarpaulin will require, which is of 96 breadth. That width of that tarpaulin is 96 centimeter, sorry. To cover 100 such suitcases, not one suitcase. We have to cover 100 suitcases. So what we will do? We will first find out the total surface area of one suitcase. Then we will calculate for one suitcase how much tarpaulin is needed. The material which we will be carried out, the answer which we will get, we will multiply it with 100 so that we can get the length of the tarpaulin required to cover 100 suitcases. Students, these type of questions are very tricky, but if you understand question properly, it is not hard. So please pause me, rewind wherever it is necessary so that you can understand properly. So let us start. As I have told, we are supposed to find total surface area of suitcase so that we can easily find the length which is required to cover one suitcase and then multiply it with 100. And for that, again we will be using 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. I have written L into B, B into H and H into L. Now when I multiply 48 into 8, it will give me 384 and 10 plus 48 into 24 will give me 1152 plus 24 into 8 will give me 1920. When I add them, I will get 2 into bracket 6912 centimeter square. When I multiply it by 2, I will get 13,824 centimeter square. This is the total surface area of suitcase, which is in the form of cuboid. Now, as the way which I have told that the area, we need to find the area of the tarpaulin, sorry, length of the tarpaulin, because width is given, we are interested in length. So I will write like this. Now area of tarpaulin required to cover one suitcase is equal to area of tarpaulin is equal to area of suitcase. And what is area of suitcase? It is nothing but area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. So I have written length into breadth. Area of suitcase already we have found, that is 13,824. Breadth is given. So what I will do, I will divide it here like this. So I will get 13,824 divided by breadth, which is nothing but 96, and that will give me 144 centimeter. But wait, this is the length we got, that is for one suitcase, and we are interested to find 100 such suitcases, length for 100 such suitcases. So what we will do? Nothing, we will multiply 144 with 100, and the resulting answer will be the length required for 100 suitcases. So how to write? We will write like this: length of tarpaulin required to cover 100 suitcases is 100 into that area, that length, that is 144 centimeter. So it will give me 14,400 centimeter. Now if you want to convert it into meter, what you will do? You will divide it by 100. So the resultant answer will be 144 meter. 144 meter or 14,400 centimeter, whatever the measurement you want. So finally we will write length of tarpaulin required to cover 100 suitcase is 14,400 centimeter or 144 meter. Hope you have understood these two questions and the introduction part. Students, if you have not understood, please go through the introduction part and also watch it 2-3 times so that you can understand properly. We will meet with new questions in new video. Till then, take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.